She's talking about year 2015, January 17th. On that day, my both daughters, Chanel and Tiffany, are invited to a party in Stanford. Actually, only the little one, Tiffany did. Chanel did not, invited by the kids over there. Chanel, the old one, is already graduated from Santa Barbara. So a lot of people say, why she's already graduated and she's still going to this party? Well, she purposely went to meet a rich student from Stanford. Is she a gold digger? And that's just bullshit. My daughter is a child that has a really kind heart. She loved her sister. The only reason she went to this party is to protect her sister. Because my little girl, Tiffany, really can drink. She really knows how to drink. And so Chanel, for the purpose of protecting Tiffany, she went to this party. And I was the one driving them. So after what happened, I felt guilty, Tiffany felt guilty, Tiffany's best friend, Julia, felt guilty, and Chanel's boyfriend felt guilty. We all felt like it was our responsibility for what happened to her. Because I felt really strongly, unbelievably, did not want them to go to that party when I dropped them off. I parked my car at the International Center parking lot, and I told Chanel, I said, Chanel, let's go home. She said, why, Mom? I said, I don't feel right, and I don't know why. So she called Tiffany and said, Tiffany, Mom wants to go home. Let's go, everybody. But there was like 4 or 5 kids, all dressed up. Of course, they want to go home. There's a party. It's boys. It's alcohol, right? And I did not persistent, so they went. I still feel I should have stopped them, but I wasn't determined enough. And that was year 2015, January 17th, the coldest day of the year. That was bad starting. Next question.
So what's your first reaction when Chanel tell you what happened?
I believe everyone already read what happened to my daughter.
Does everyone know what exactly happened? Did you see the book or saw the TV show on the TV?
She was raped by a student in Stanford, also a swimmer, walked her behind a dumpster. And she was unconscious when that happened, so she did not know what happened. The prosecutor is Santa Clara 第七检察官. We DA. We're not the one. We're not the one sued the person. It was the police. What happened was really bad. You guys can read all the stories and lines, so I don't have to repeat it. But what I'm saying is, in the 3 years, we always go to court. We all sit there with, at my side was grandma, there's Tiffany and Tiffany's best friend and best friend's mother, Stanford professor. And we're team on the side, and Buckton are team on that side from Ohio. The Caucasian family, all white. We on our side is all kind of California, you know, Chinese, Cambodian, white, yellow, and black on this side. Even the lawyers, on that side, lawyers are white Caucasian, the judge is white Caucasian, and our lawyer, I can't even pronounce her name. She's from Iran or somewhere in that area. I'm just trying to emphasize the differences in California. We are mixed nations here, mixed races. And during the 3 years, Only one time my husband did not allow me to go. He wanted me to stay home. And I learned why later. That was the day the court showed the photos. And those photos really, really made the juries to decide what to do. Let me tell you, my daughter's body, it was like a corpse, threw to the garbage and dropped back down to the ground. 就像一具尸体扔到垃圾里又掉下来。任何一个人看见这样的 photo， 都会 decide what to do. That day I wasn't there. My husband did tell me to stay home. And so, and even though after the jury decided to have 3 charges, 3 felony, which is rape a unconscious person and the 2 other things, the judge, who was being biased all those years, still decided to only punish this Wachtimer for only 6 months jail time. Not even jail, it's 拘留所, county jail for 6 months. And that was really shocking. I was there. I was sitting in a court. I was like a lost judgment. I was thinking, did I hear this wrong? And I look around, everybody was really in shock, including the jury, and even Park Turner's family was shocked. I think it's just so light, you know. They probably think of at least 6 years or 8 years, but now 6 months. You can tell he has feelings for the other side, because, okay, my lawyer told me not to speak in public about things I'm not sure. I'm not sure, okay? I think it's identical. They're all white people. They all went to Stanford. They're all athletes. So they have a sympathy to each other. It was at that point my daughter got really, really angry and wrote that victim statement. And she read in the court. It was really powerful. Everyone in that house was holding breath, including myself and her father. We cannot believe she wrote this. 14 pages long, 7,300 words. No one understands how can a 24-year-old, by that time she was only 24, have such a logical mind and powerful thinking, ability of words to express what she is feeling and what she's pointing at. So after that statement was loudly read to everybody in the court, the district attorney asked if she can publish this statement on the professional website. And the answer is yes. And we did not understand how this letter went to BuzzFeed, which is the most popular website in the US for teenagers and youth. So as soon as that 14 pages victim statement went to public website like BuzzFeed, I still remember all the things vividly. The night it got on the website, there was 40,000 people read it. The next morning, 80,000 people, and then 800, and then 1 million, 2 million, and 4 million, and then bang, bang, bang. It was like viral, like snowball, like viral. It just all over the world. And we saw the deaf people using their fingers and do the song, reading that whole thing. And we saw singers create a garbage dump and sing songs next to the garbage dump to support my daughter. And we sing Korean, Vietnamese, and all the European languages, different country languages, reading this letter by by their own languages, we don't understand. And then I never watched TV, but I was curious enough to turn on the TV one day. I saw the CNN, the reporter was reading that letter from 7 o'clock golden time in the morning till 9 o'clock. She just kept reading. And at one point she took off her glasses and the tears were running down. I believe it wasn't because sadness, it was because of the power of the words. And then I saw Capitol House, the senators, the Congress people, they were reading little by little. Each person read 2 or 4 sentences. About 50 to 60, those Congress was finally finished the whole thing on TV. And that was the moment I know my daughter is gone. It's not belong to this little house anymore. She is something changing the history, create something we never understand. And it was that point I started to meditate and asking myself who I am, what should I do to support her? And who is she? Is she really my child? I never saw her writing the statement. She just closed the door in her little room, creating this letter by herself. All this is just incredible.
So tell us about your daughter. Tell us about Chanel. Like, what does she look like when she was a child, and like, how did you raise her?
This is my daughter too, by the way. Goddaughter. When I was young, I did not want to have children because I was a writer. I wanted to spend my whole life just to be a writer, writing books and books and books. And surprisingly, I have 2 daughters, and I had to quit my writing. That's really painful, really hurt. I don't know what you do in this room, but if you are working on something you love and you can't do it, you can continue. It's really hurting, especially for a writer. So I spend my whole time just to wash little socks, little underwears, and feeding them, and then to go to the bathroom and then feed them again. And